Alright guys, I'm back with my review of the 2014 Royal Rumble. And going into the show, I already knew what happened. But despite that, I tried to watch the show and remain unbiased, which was very difficult. And I wanted to just form my own opinions, judge the show as a whole. But after watching the show, it's obvious WWE, not only do they not care what the fans want, but I just watched the first 5 minutes of Raw, and they're openly mocking us and laughing about what they did. Just a terrible business model. I have no idea how this company is still in business making decisions like this. And if they continue like this, they won't be in business for very much longer. And fuck them. Just fuck them. Who gives a shit? Anyways, on to the pre-show. You got Hacksaw Jim Duggan on the panel and two other guys. I think their names were Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair, something like that. Then we see the wrestlers drawing their numbers. The match on the pre-show is the New Age Outlaws versus Cody Rhodes and Goldust for the tag titles. Billy Gunn hits the Faymaster on Cody Rhodes for the win, so we get new tag team champions. And I was pretty surprised by this because I didn't expect the Rhodes brothers to drop the belts on the pre-show after they've held them for so long, but whatever. Then Hacksaw picks Dolph to win the Rumble. Shawn Michaels picks someone from The Shield or CM Punk, and Flair picks Batista. The first match on the Royal Rumble show is Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt sends the Wyatt family to the back so they can't interfere in the match. So it's really just a one-on-one match here. And it was a pretty good match. Bryan was going to go for the flying headbutt at one point, but Bray Wyatt was too close to the ropes, so Bryan just had to splash him. Looked really weird. Then Daniel Bryan goes to dive on Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt hits the Sister Abigail into the barricade. He brings him back in the ring, hits Sister Abigail again, and gets the win. He beats Daniel Bryan, the most over guy in the company, clean here. So big push for Bray Wyatt. That, I don't know, is that good or bad? I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. But it was a good match. And yeah, that was pretty much it. It went around 25 minutes too. They got a lot of time for this one. And Bray Wyatt was good in this match. So he went out there and he wrestled a long match with Daniel Bryan, and he held his own. Paul Heyman says the WWE Universe will be conquered by Brock the Unmerciful. Big Show versus Brock Lesnar. Brock comes out there and immediately attacks the Big Show. He gets a chair from Heyman and just starts beating him before the match starts. And the referee gets the chair from Brock, rings the bell, then Heyman hands Brock another chair, but Big Show punches Brock in the face. He throws a few more punches. Brock hits the F5, gets the win. That was it. It was pretty short. Afterwards, Brock hits Big Show with the chair about 30 times, including one shot to his ass. And Big Show looked like he was getting pissed off that Brock kept hitting him in the arm. In fact, he made like a face at Heyman, like, oh, this guy's pissing me off. But when you're laying on your back, what's the guy supposed to do? So, I didn't really understand that. But I don't even know if you'd call this a match. It was just Brock beating Big Show with a chair. Shield cuts a promo talking about how they're going to win the Royal Rumble together, and then when it's down to the three of them, then they're going to face each other. Randy Orton's cutting a promo on everyone, really. He says Brock and Batista are good, but they're not great. And no one else could be the face of the WWE. Certainly not Bray Wyatt, who is a Duck Dynasty reject and a deranged hillbilly. And I was wondering why he kept insulting Bray Wyatt. He brought him up twice. He didn't bring anybody else up twice. And why would he insult another heel who just beat the most over babyface in the company? So it's Orton versus Cena for the WWE World title. Fans shit all over this match. They didn't want to see this. They actually wanted to see pretty much anything else but this. So they were chanting stuff like, Daniel Bryan, this is awful, boring, you both suck, Undertaker, everything. They just did not care about this. It was a really boring match. I didn't care about it either. But the ref takes a bump. Orton hits Cena with the title. Cena kicks out. Orton hits the RKO. Cena kicks out. The same old shit. Orton hits the AA. Cena kicks out. Then Cena hits the RKO. Orton kicks out. So I guess that was supposed to be cool or something. Cena gets Orton in the STF, and the Wyatt family comes out. And Cena's distracted by this. Orton hits the RKO, wins the match. Afterwards, the Wyatt family beats up Cena and hits the Sister Abigail on him. So I guess they're going to do Bray Wyatt versus John Cena at Elimination Chamber or possibly WrestleMania. I don't know. I don't really care. On to the Rumble match. I got like 2.5 pages of notes on this thing. So if I get stuck and I'm trying to figure out what I wrote, I'm just going to pause the video. I am not reading all of this again. So Punk and Seth Rollins start the show. Damian Sandow was eliminated first. Kane was number 5. Punk eliminates him before number 6 even comes out. Number 6 was Alexander Kusev, some NXT guy. He looks pretty stupid. And this year's Kofi Kingston stunt was everyone was working together to eliminate Kusev, and Kofi gets knocked off the apron. Kusev catches him, and he puts Kofi on the barricade, which no one has done ever, and then he leaves. So Kofi runs and jumps back into the ring. It was pretty impressive, I guess. And he did another stunt later on where Swagger was trying to kick him out, and he pulled his shoe off, and Kofi was still holding on to the bottom rope with his feet. Dolph was 12. He got a pretty good reaction here. Probably the best reaction of anyone in the Rumble. And Kevin Nash was number 14. He was the legend, the surprise legend. He was the only legend. But I thought it was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting Kevin Nash, and I guess that means there's going to be another Kevin Nash shoot interview, which is a good thing. I like his shoot interviews. So Roman Reigns is 15. He eliminates a bunch of guys. I think he broke Kane's record here. Goldust accidentally eliminates Cody Rhodes. Sheamus is 17. He returns and dominates the Shield. He brogue kicks Roman Reigns. Then the Los Matadores Bull is number 20. Punk did some comedy with the Bull, and then Punk sold a head scissors from him. It was lame. Fandango was actually eliminated by this Bull, and then Roman Reigns eliminates the Bull. He throws him over the top rope. He should have threw him into the 5th row like Spike Dudley. Cesaro comes out at 21, and Zeb Coulter had a follow-up sign from when Jack Swagger came out. That was pretty funny. 24 is JBL, and you could clearly see Kane creeping around and trying to hide under the ring, so that was ruined here. But JBL gets in the ring, he goes to hand Michael Cole his jacket, and he gets eliminated by Roman Reigns. Just another cheap elimination for Reigns. Ryback was 26, and the only reason I wrote that down was because I remember last year Ryback was actually a contender to win the Royal Rumble. Not anymore. Del Rio was 27, Batista was 28. He still didn't get a good reaction here. In fact, he got booed. Fans did not like Batista. Biggie Langston was 29, and Rey Mysterio was 30. And you could just feel the crowd die when Rey Mysterio came out. I mean, they were so excited. They were chanting Daniel Bryan. They were chanting yes. And Rey Mysterio comes out, and they just booed the crap out of him. They cheered when he got eliminated. Not because they hated Rey Mysterio. I just think the crowd hated the situation like we all did. So, there was also a lot of botches in this Rumble. But the fans just kept booing everything and chanting Daniel Bryan for the rest of the show. Ambrose tries to eliminate Reigns, but Reigns holds on, and then Ambrose and Rollins go to eliminate Cesaro, but Reigns runs over and eliminates all 3 of them. Kane runs in from under the ring, which was spoiled early on, and he eliminates Punk. And choke slams him through the announce table. So I guess they're going to feud, which I've said before, no one wants to see that. Reigns eliminates Sheamus. It's down to Batista and Roman Reigns. The fans were behind Roman Reigns, and Batista eliminates him. Not even a fucking Batista bomb. He just throws him over the top rope, and Batista wins the Rumble. Batista. So someone posted a link on the Facebook page of Batista flipping fans off after the show and mocking Daniel Bryan, doing the whole yes thing but with middle fingers. Who the fuck is Batista? Like, I know I said that Batista could be good for the WWE if they used him properly. I didn't know they were going to put him in the fucking main event at WrestleMania. This is terrible, and that match is going to suck dick. Batista, you can like someone's wrestling character and not like the person, like Chris Benoit. But Batista, just looking at this guy, you can tell he's been a douchebag tool his entire life. Just go down the list. First of all, he's old as hell and still has a nose ring. He takes these selfie photos on his Twitter account like he's some young badass. He wears skinny jeans. He's got a freaking belly button tattoo. He's probably had that bitch pierced at some point. And he was talking shit about AJ Styles not being a good wrestler, and AJ said something like, I think it's funny a guy who tears his back taking a bump is trying to tell me I don't know how to wrestle. I mean, he's just a cocky, arrogant asshole. And he's not some superstar like The Rock, who's been in a ton of movies and made all this money. I mean, he was in that Wu-Tang Clan movie. I don't even know if he had a speaking part. I haven't seen it. And now he's got the Marvel Comics movie, which is going to be his biggest movie ever, and it hasn't even come out yet. I mean, who the fuck is Batista? So you're going to have Orton versus Batista at WrestleMania, and it would be one thing if it was heel Batista, but this is babyface Batista. That's the worst kind of Batista. So overall, the 2014 Royal Rumble was pretty shitty. You had a good match. I mean, who cares if you had a good match with Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan? The match was good. That does not make for a good show. This is the Royal Rumble. This is supposed to be a big event where big things happen. I don't give a fuck if Daniel Bryan had a good match against Bray Wyatt. You can see that shit on Raw or SmackDown. This was supposed to be special, and it was ass. The Royal Rumble match itself was okay, but other than that, who cares about anything else on this show? If I made my living doing this, or I ran a website like the Wrestling Observer, and my income was based off of how popular wrestling was, I would be so pissed off right now, because WWE has continued to drop the ball when they could create new eras and actually make wrestling popular again with guys like Daniel Bryan or possibly turning Cena heel. I would be so just angry about all of this crap. They don't listen to the fans. Why even bring signs? They don't give a fuck. You're just entertaining yourself at that point. I mean, you're not actually... You don't have a voice, is what I'm trying to say. But I posted a link on the Facebook page from Mick Foley going off on Facebook, and he basically said that WWE dropped the ball with Daniel Bryan big time. And he was very pissed off about this. And you know you screwed up if you piss Mick Foley off, who is really just a wrestling fan. He actually watches the shows. A lot of these old wrestlers, you do shoot interviews with them and they say, you know what, I don't even watch anymore. Foley actually likes wrestling and watches it, and even he's shitting all over this piece of crap. But Balzer left a comment that made a lot of sense. I'm not going to read the whole comment. You can check it out on the Facebook page if you want to. But he basically said that you got two guys, Triple H and Vince McMahon, who believe that their opinions are better for the company than what the millions and millions of people who watch every single week think. What they actually want is not as good as what Triple H and Vince McMahon can come up with, and that's obviously bullshit. They just think that their opinions are better, and they have all these great ideas, and clearly they don't. But they'll be damned if they're going to admit that. They will not admit defeat. They would bring the whole fucking shit down with them if they had to. So anyways, that's my review of the 2014 Royal Rumble. I really do not feel like watching Raw right now, but I'm going to watch that and get my review of that up very soon. So I hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on the show in the comments, and thanks for watching.